Well, I've been dancing since I was really little. So Dolly Dinkle Dance Studio kind of styly. My grandma had one out in the sticks. So I kind of grew up in a dance studio doing, the old tap dance. And
Dolly Dinkle.
Yeah,
okay, that's a new one on me. I grew up in the city.
Sequins and all of it, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so she was from Hollywood. So I kind of started with the whole, showy jazz hands kind of thing. And then got taken under the wing with a lot of the ballet teachers that were at the studio who directed me into going into the Joffrey Ballet summer camps every summer. And then I went to the Chicago Academy for the Arts for high school, where Anna Paskevska, who just recently passed away, was my ballet teacher, and we did Martha Graham technique for modern and some jazz as well.
So you have some funny looking feet?
Oh. Yeah. I stopped point work soon after that when I realized that I was a modern dancer, not a ballet dancer.
So cool.
Yeah, and then I went on to major in dance as well in college out at CalArts, California Institute of the Arts in north of LA. Mm-hmm. So I have my BFA in dance from there. And after that, kind of traveled around for a while performing and searching and doing this and that, and then received word that I got the choreographic residency at Lynx Hall, and that's what brought me back here. And actually that kind of segues into how me and Jonathan sort of crossed paths, because Lynx Hall is kind of a major boiling point and community for the kind of dance that we do, which is contemporary modern dance,
right? Improvisational
as well. And so a lot of our people kind of circulate around that scene and get a lot of opportunities through Lynx Hall. Mm-hmm. And so, we just kind of met through there.
Yeah, I was doing a show, I guess 2 years ago at Lynx Hall, a duet that Julie was actually videotaping in one of her other manifestations as a videographer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we both had a long history at Lynx now. I also had that choreographer's residence and did this duet, and Julia saw that a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. That's sort of where we first met.
Interesting, the connection. Lynx Hall I've been connected to for years because a fellow named Robert Eisen rented it for a long time and filled it up with dance and all manner of performance art, and he and I taught together.
Oh.
And so he ran the theater workshop for the urban studies students that I taught politics and organizing to for 20 years. So, and Michael, my business partner, before we started the Heartland, brought me to one of his favorite restaurants in the world.
Hamburger King.
Hamburger King. Exactly. Hamburger
Chester's
King.
Hamburger
King. A woman I worked for out in Taos, in her kitchen, when I told her I was moving to Chicago, she gave me a list of like 3 or 4 places to check out, and that was actually one of them.
Chester's? Really, truly, this is not accidental. Okay? All of these kinds of connections. And the fact that someone gave you the name in Taos, forget about it.
I know, right?
Was the Heartland on that list? That's what I want to know. I guess not. Okay, but at least now it's on your list. Lynx Hall, what a great resource. And so good that it has stayed in a community-minded way.
Oh, yeah.
It's so creative of a venue, so supportive of
absolutely
creative rush.
Yeah.
And that building also houses the Chicago Women's Health Center.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Which is an incredible honorable resource of 30 plus years standing. Mm-hmm. Really, really supportive resource for women's health. All right, so I did do a little bit of homework here, and I saw that that your orientation, and I'm saying this to Jonathan, is the value of dissatisfaction.
Well, this is to do with the piece that we're working on, Project 4. Yeah, we started talking about the idea of the term that came up is hammering towards ease, and the idea of the work that's necessary, the strive for the toil that one has to undergo in order to sort of get to a point of easefulness, or smooth things out, so that ideally at one point things will get easier and. You get there, you arrive.
Hammering towards ease.
Yeah.
I really got a kick out of that phrase. I wrote it down and underlined the hammering. It's a work about change and the hammering towards ease.
Yeah.
So it's like an acknowledgement that it takes work to get at rest.
And we've been talking about, our different relationships and different people's different relationship towards work and towards staying busy and towards activity versus, towards wanting to be relaxed. I tend to be really kind of restless, and too much inactivity drives me a little nuts.
Uh-huh.
So we have, we also have our kind of different bents towards engagement or towards relaxation. So that's kind of played into the piece as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you want to pipe in at any time?
Yeah, I guess we kind of separated it out into like seeing the world through two different lenses that way. So are you a person who enjoys, is satisfied with the work, with just working, or are you a person who is working in order to get off work and kind of have your Corona, And I guess I kind of maybe just like physiologically, I feel like the first, I feel like I could laze around all day and that I have to like sort of trick myself into or treat myself to, after I work, like that this is what, when you get done, you can sit around.